Hey guys, I'm here with Andrew Werner, photographer and founder of Fleur'd Pins. Stay tuned for our interview.
Hi, how are you today?
How are you? Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. It's finally spring and we are ready to see everything in full bloom.
Yes, we are. And these are beautiful, these blooms.
Thank you so much.
Please tell me about what inspired the company.
So Fleur'd Pins is my line of accessories. It is based on lapel flowers geared towards gentlemen. Everything is handcrafted in the USA, handmade in New York. And they came about because, I just needed something to add to my own personal style. I needed some flair. I'm a photographer by trade, and as I photograph red carpets and black tie affairs, I noticed that as gentlemen were walking in their tuxedos, and it looks great, but there was no way to showcase any kind of individuality or anything other than, classic black and white, whereas women can accessorize and use color. So for the guys out there, I wanted to create something to make them pop. Now, a boutonniere or lapel flower has been around for a long time, and they add personality to it, and I can add those to black tie. So hence, Fleur'd Pins was created.
Nice. So Andrew, what inspired the company?
Fleur'd Pins was born out of necessity for me. As a photographer, I am constantly shooting black tie affairs and red carpets, and guys in tuxedos, kind of essentially all look the same. So to remedy that, age-old question of how do you stand out in a crowd, I wanted to create something that my subjects that I'm photographing, as well as as I'm walking down red carpets as of late more and more, to stand out. And a lapel flower or a boutonniere is part of the attire of black tie. And it's something that's special. So I was attending an event for FIT at Cipriani and wanted to pop, created something. I got a lot of great feedback, and then over time, the editors that I work with and fashion directors in the industry took note, and my dream started becoming reality. I worked with a company called the Accessory Think Tank to really develop the product, what was missing in the marketplace, and create what my collection is today, a line of handcrafted, made in New York lapel flowers in leathers and exotics to really fit every guy, from people who want to test the waters with a little bit of something classic and elegant to something that's a little bit more editorial to really, really stand out.
Nice. And they're made from all different things. Can you tell me a little bit about what there's leather, there's gold ones? Tell me about that.
Absolutely. So again, what was missing in the marketplace from my point of view is for the gentlemen who are wearing beautiful bespoke suits and tuxedos, that they're spending $500 and up, $1,500 on a suit or just a blazer alone. They don't want to look like they're wearing something that is mass produced or not as valuable or as rich as they feel. So I want to give them that little, push of elegance. Many guys also steer away from wearing accessories. They will wear a wedding band or a watch, cufflinks, but there's nothing outwardly to showcase, some personality. So I developed what was missing, in my opinion, in the marketplace. So I took things like lambskin leather imported from Italy. I took snakeskin, python, lizard, pony hair. I even have a collection in mink that, it's fun. Fashion is supposed to be fun.
It is, and these are all very luxurious. Like they're so beautiful.
Thank you. And if you pick them up, you can see they are durable. So this one is natural python, and all of them are pin backed, which means you could put them any which way. You can put them on a blazer or a suit. I put them on jean jackets. So one of my taglines is from streetwear to formal wear. I put them on polo shirts in the summer. There is nothing saying that you cannot wear this with any outfit. I match them to my shoes. It's so much fun.
And the larger ones, tell me about that.
Absolutely. So again, a lot of my business is done with guys in all walks of life. So I really need to figure out what each different, type of person wants to wear. So a guy that's testing the waters, whose wife or partner or friend wants to get them a gift, and they haven't worn something like this, you put one of these smaller ones on. Then they can grow into the leather dahlia. Then if they want something that's a little bit larger, they could go with a white patent Camilla.
I love it.
And if they want to go really large for editorial or for anything that's, a little bit more of a fashion statement, they can go with this. Now, another great part about these collections that I have is for wedding season. Not only do the lapel flowers showcase, some personality, but they're great for weddings because they not only double as the boutonniere, but also as the groomsman gift. So you can have the groom, the groomsman, then the father of the bride or the ring bearer.
I love that. That's great. These are great gift ideas.
Thank you.
So this spring, what kind of trends are we going to see?
The trends that we're seeing for spring, summer 2019 are a lot of color. We're seeing subtlety, we're seeing a lot of neons, so stay tuned for that collection. We're seeing a lot of pops and combinations that, you know, people wouldn't normally put together. So a lot of oranges and yellows. My spring collection, I did some yellows, oranges, fuchsias, a teal, a white, and then of course we need a metallic thrown in there.
I love that. That's beautiful.
And it's all about storytelling. It's saying who you are without having to speak. That's a great quote in fashion. So if you're wearing, let's say, yellow shoes or have a yellow handbag, your gentleman can wear one of these.
Nice. And it just really enhances the outfit. It just makes it so much, like, it's a tiny thing, but it just adds so much to it.
It's saying a lot without having to say anything. And, you know, people want to be noticed for all the right reasons. So at Fleur'd Pins, we're trying to give gentlemen and people everywhere that opportunity too.
Nice.
It's great.
Can you tell me about some of your celebrity clients or people who have worn this?
Of course. You know, being a photographer by trade, I've had the pleasure of working with so many different stylists and fashion directors, and they will sometimes throw them on people for editorials. We've had everyone from Tom Hanks recently wore one. We have Alec Baldwin. Who else? President Bill Clinton has worn one to a Clinton Foundation dinner. So people in all walks of life really just gravitate to these. This is such a great expression for belonging to a club. It's sort of like how people, you know, in fraternities and sororities going back to school days, wear a little pin. This is a sign of heritage. It's a sign of being part of something larger to express yourself.
Great. That's awesome. So the process, can you tell me a little bit about what it was like to start the company?
Starting the company was, you know, it's not just about, I have an idea, I want to create something. You have to have the infrastructure in order to create something that will be able to grow. And thankfully, as of late, been able to scale. My business has been growing tremendously. We are now in stores from coast to coast within the US, and it's very exciting. So finding what works, what doesn't, looking at trends, seeing what fashion does, and also seeing what my consumer base does. Who are my targets? What do they want to wear? What are they wearing? And what do I expect to see them want to wear in the future? And having that mindset and planning ahead to, you know, style their needs.
When was the company established?
Started in July of 2014, so coming up our, 5-year anniversary.
Wow, that is amazing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So where are they sold? Where can we find them?
Currently, Fleur'd Pins is sold in Barney's on Madison Avenue, in Chelsea, as well as Barney's Beverly Hills. We are in Bergdorf Goodman and Goodman's Men's Store. We are in Carnegie Hall's gift shop, where we have a collection made out of music notes that I partnered. That is so much fun for anyone who loves music. It's a great gift item. We are also sold online on our website, fleurdpins.com. And, you know, it's also about not only buying the piece, but showing people how to wear it. How do you wear your fleur or your bloom? It's great because I've had people take some of these and build a whole story where you can make a cluster.
I like that.
And as individuals, I like to see how people mix and match. To each their own. We're giving you the tools, style yourself.
I love that. And tell me about the one that you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. It's lovely.
This is the Cherry Blossom, which was released on the first day of spring. The Cherry Blossom Festival, which is this huge event in DC, but also comes up to New York and anywhere there are cherry blossoms. And definitely look into this. It's absolutely wonderful. So I partnered with the National Cherry Blossom Foundation and created this for this year. It is lambskin with a gold opalized finish. And it's a perfect little piece to say, you know, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Enjoy it. Little things in life are what matter. And yeah.
The detail it's remarkable. It's
Thank
just
you.
so, it's luxurious looking. It's beautiful. It's great.
Thank you. And then, you know, I try to partner with different foundations for things, but also different holidays. Just had a write-up in Forbes magazine for this green leather carnation that we created.
Love that
and you know, it was great for St. Patrick's Day. It came out, Forbes magazine reached out. We had something equivalent to almost a 5-page story in Forbes,
That's
which
amazing.
for me, as a small business, it's so exciting. And to have people that really respond well to a product, it's great. I love it. I'm excited. I get so passionate about these things.
Where would you ultimately like to find your pins? Either on a specific person, in a specific store? Is there like...
You know, day by day is how I take it. Would I love to see these on celebrities? Of course, but I want to see it on the right people. Who is the Fleur'd man? Who is the demographic? Who is something that embodies the characteristics of class, elegance, sophistication, but also it's not just about these topical, you know, discussion points. Who is someone who gives back? Who is someone who embodies quality? Everything is handcrafted, excellent materials. It's for the gentleman who wants to up their ante, who wants to dress to impress. We want someone, I was just asked in Forbes about who would I like to see. George Clooney would be a great guy. I mean, he is not only one of the sexiest men alive, but also someone who gives back to charity, who gives his name to things and puts in the time and effort other than being a fantastic actor and in the public eye.
So George Clooney, you'd love to see him in. And what pin would you see him wearing?
You know, I think one of the metallics would be great. They're easy. They go with his wedding band. They go with any kind of jewelry that his wife would be wearing. But also, it's the way these reflect in natural light. They're really fun. Or something like this. This is a piece that I made.
I love that.
Thank you. This is the Cork and Gold Rose. This I made around the Wine and Food Festival. So anyone who is a sommelier or a lover of fine wines, this is a great gift. Now, again, when people buy Fleur'd Pins, we like to see what you can do with them. You don't have to wear them on your lapel. You don't have to wear them any which way you're supposed to. That's what's so great about them. So we've had people buy these for dinner parties and use them on a napkin ring, but it was also the takeaway.
That's nice. So they get to take something home too.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that there's so many different textures. I mean, I think that's the greatest part about it. Like, I love the cork, I love the python and the leather. They're so gorgeous. Like, so what is the most innovative pin you've made so far?
So last year, I was invited to go to the US Open. I am a huge fan of tennis. Not only the game itself, but watching the lifestyle and how people dress to go to these matches and see everything. So, as I'm playing one day and, you know, doing my thing, I'm like, this would be really fun. So, give me a few hours, and I created the Champion Carnation.
Oh my goodness.
And the Champion Carnation, made out of tennis ball material, you can see this, it's so much fun.
Gosh.
Smell it. It's a tennis ball.
Yes, it is.
And anyone that's a lover of tennis or of sports, we try to give them something to, you know, wear their outfits. So if you're going to the US Open or you're going to a match or Wimbledon and you want to elevate your fashion sense, you don't have to wear or carry a tennis racket. You pop one of these on and I guarantee you will get compliments as you walk down the aisles, as you walk down the match. It's so much fun. That's what it's meant to be. The embodiment of a Fleur'd gentleman is someone who wants to stand out for all the right reasons, who wants to be part of the group, and just a fashion. Simple.
Well, also, these are great gifts, and you had talked about doing it for groomsmen and gifting them. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So in the last few years, we've seen the rise of the marketplace. People have allergies to everything right now, so why don't you give them a flower that they're not going to be allergic to?
That's great.
Fleur'd Pins, it's the answer. We recently had Modern Luxury Wedding come out with this awesome, and see how thick this print magazine is? Come out with this, and each of these guys on the cover is wearing Fleur'd Pins.
I love that. It's amazing.
When I got this in the mail, I was so excited because to see your dreams happen and to see things actually come to life, yeah, it's amazing, but to see them in the right place, how you imagine them, for grooms to walk down the aisle, this is something that's such a great gift because not only when you open it, oh, it's a flower, but we do a lot of custom work too. So we have had brides send us extra fabric from their dress or from the bridesmaids' dresses, and we take it, make it into a flower, so you have that perfect, picture-perfect match.
I love that.
They're the groomsmen, the bridesmaids. It's a great story. We just did an order for 25 groomsmen, and they are all wearing this in white, our Ella Rose in white, and then the groom has in fuchsia to match the highlights of the bride's dress.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a full story, and then they walk away having a gift, and I guarantee they wear this to another wedding based on the amount of compliments they received, and everyone's be like, I love your flower, where's it from? It's from so-and-so's wedding, and isn't that the kind of recognition and memory you want to have?
Oh, absolutely.
We like to give memories. We like to create moments. We like to create moments for the right reasons and happiness.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, that's such a hard, it's like, these are like my children. Weird to have flower children, but hey. My spring collection, I love these two.
Okay.
I created baby blue and baby pink python camellias.
That's fabulous. I
Now,
love them.
the other thing that I thought, you see these gender reveal parties that are all the rage right now? How much fun would it be? Where half the party's wearing this, half the party's wearing this, and then the father gets presented one, and that's the color. The other thing is, although I gear them towards men because of the whole initially reason why I created them for black tie, I am all for women and non-binary people, however you identify, to wear these lapel flowers. How amazing would this be on your outfit? I know, right?
That does. It
Or
totally matches.
to throw them on your bag. Do it. Do
That's
it.
great.
How do you wear your fleur? How do you bloom? For spring, I want to see how you're doing it.
That's awesome. So, why the lapel flower?
I think the lapel flower is a great accessory. Not only is it great for black tie, you can wear them every single day. It changes up your look. So if you're traveling, if you're a gentleman traveling for business, you can bring, let's say, 1, 2, 3, and it comes in our, we have little travel cases. All you need to do is have a classic, let's say a navy blazer, change up your shirt, change up your lapel flower, and you have whole new outfits. You don't need to bring 3, 4, 5 suits for a business trip. You can just change your accessories, and this changes the entire look. But also with lapel flowers, all you have to do, because of our pin backing, is put them on. There's no question about how to apply this to your fashion sense. Do you know how to fold a pocket square? Do you know how to tie a perfect tie? This, you pin it right on.
So easy.
I want to create easy, accessible fashion while still maintaining the integrity and heritage for what these symbolize, which is luxury and wealth. Again, it goes back to having to say something without having to say something, and it's a symbol. It's a symbol for status, but it's a symbol for the well-dressed, which is my new tagline. It's a symbol for the well-dressed. It's the finishing touch.
So, how would you style this casually?
How would I style this casually? Do you have a denim jacket? We will throw one of those on.
Nice.
Put one right there with a pair of sneakers. Or, I am a huge fan of boat shoes, and I have them in every single color. So I'll be wearing my khakis, a polo, and I put one of these on. Head to toe, great looks, makes a statement.
That's great. I love that idea.
I match them to my shoes, I match them to my accessories. And again, going back to the guy who is a little bit more simplistic, who doesn't really know if he wants to be adventurous and wear a lapel flower. Is he married? Maybe. Is he wearing a watch? What is the tone? So, I'm a silver kind of guy, I match these.
Looks
You
great.
wear gold, you wear this one. Super simple. The guy who does not know what he wants doesn't know that he wants Fleur'd Pins yet.
Nice. What has been the most surprising thing that has happened with the company so far?
The most surprising thing definitely has been the fact how well received it's been. We oftentimes second guess ourselves because, we have ideas and sometimes we're scared to let people know what they are, but when you have something that people just keep complimenting and saying how great it is, but it's not even about how great it is, it's about how passionate the person behind it is, and they believe in you, and they want to see you succeed. If it wasn't for friends in the industry putting them on, I wouldn't be where I am today. And if it wasn't for friends purchasing my first season, if it wasn't for stores saying, hey, we really like these, we want to order our next season, or stylists, hey, I'm doing a shoot with so-and-so, we want to pull. That's what gives the credibility to a brand and the loyalty, and it's really what I'm grateful for. It's something that as a small business, people need to do more of. Believing in people who are passionate about something, who have a quality product. You put those two things together, and that's how success happens.
That's great. As a founder of a company, what is your best piece of advice for people who are just starting out?
The best piece of advice that I could give to anyone who is starting out a small business, a company, figure out what your infrastructure is. Figure out the who, what, why, where, how. Figure out these things before you invest a lot of money, because you have to test out things and see what works, what doesn't. Perfect example, especially with Fleur'd, I had an idea for a collection and I wanted to use a specific kind of leather. The specific kind of leather didn't work in the shape that I wanted to. Okay, next. But I saved myself hundreds and hundreds of dollars on leathers because I tried it out. So you test the market, you try things, and you see what works, what doesn't. What people respond to sometimes isn't exactly what you anticipated. So I thought, let's say, a particular color would do really well. It didn't. Okay. But I only made a small batch, tested it out. Hey, worst case scenario, at the end of the day, my friends have lapel flowers for life. So thankfully, the company is growing. We are looking to partner with more stores. We are looking to grow, and we are looking to help men and people everywhere elevate their style, feel comfortable with themselves, and really just feel beautiful. That's the goal.
Great, and you are doing just that. These are beautiful. I mean, they're amazing. So, Andrew, tell us where our viewers can find these.
Absolutely. Online at fleurdpins.com, also on social media at Fleur'd Pins, but also, check out stores. And if you have a store that you think these would be a good fit for, let us know, because we want to be in your neighborhood and help all the guys look great.